This video won't take long. We're going to base it off of the thumbnail I made for this topic, which was the what is normal custom thumbnail that I made, quality thumbnail. It is actually the first thumbnail I made with premium paid features from Fuller, Full Editor, and Inkscape on my Unihertz Titan Android 10 device. And so that's the first time I paid for Polar and Inkscape on my phone. And even Splice VIDS, if that matter. All three of them are really good apps, by the way. Just check them all out on Android. And any Android device that has a latest version or somewhere close to it, and you won't regret it, trust me. So the topic of this video is actually going to be a M.O.V.E podcast, Mysterious Omniscient Universal Essential and Sound podcast episode. We're going to talk about what is normal. Now, for those of you who have known me, I have actually been quite a name maker on myself, out of myself in this world. That's a bit of a brag, but let's just put it like in terms of odd crosswind that you guys can understand. This is probably gonna be odd crosswind, by the way. So if I make this sound weird, then it's because I was gonna make it for the main show anyway. So just whatever I'm supposed to do with that. But I'm actually this is what I'm gonna get to real quick. Is that like basically I'm the kind of person who does think he sees the world differently. In spite of actually what I still probably do, probably just know anyone else. It, as much as it irritates me that I get perceived as someone who doesn't have to be alone, there's truth to that, and I thank everyone who has ever been on myself for that matter, when they've told me that I'm not alone in certain regards. But that being said, I do like being seen as a unique person and someone who's original and making a name for themselves as well as being relatable to everyone else. So unique and relatable is a good quote for that. However, what truly is normal at this point? Even if we know what's supposed to be objective and subjective, which by the way, I'm making those videos as well. The 3 pros and cons of subjective. If you haven't seen them, go across all 4 of my YouTube channels. They will be uploaded across them, as well as my wire update. So the my wire LLC is being updated as we speak over time. And I'm working towards the goal of the ranch and radio and farm station. But this is as well. So basically, 10% of what I've been saying is part of my personality. 10% of my personality is from the ideals of objective and subjective. That's what I'm trying to say that for. If you understand how I feel about objective and subjective, you know about 1/10 of who I am as a person. And I'm not. That's not light-hearted slogan marketing here. It literally, it could very well be a big part of my fraction of my personality. Is how I see the reality versus the immaterial. And what better way to address that than to explain how I feel about what is normal. Now, the thumbnail has a picture of Pearls Before Swine's goat cartoon character, and then the Lucky Star character Kagami, one of the twin sisters from the anime. And why do I pick these 2 characters for the thumbnail? It's because one of them is considered the rational character of the comic strip, and the other one is considered the more so stereotypical tsundere of their show, although I'd rather describe her as being more well-rounded and fleshed out at that point. But compared to the other 3 at least in the show. But one's a Mo nerd, one's a otaku athlete, and one is just a sweet and kind, clumsy girl, or what not clumsy to other girls. So yeah, Kagami and Goat. But why I use them for the thumbnail is because they're my idea what is normal. And that could be subjective for anybody. Anyone could have their own idea what subjective is to their normalcy and their idea of mediocrity even, if those are the same synonymous definition. But for me, I think of it being that in this considerably crappier content than compared to the thumbnail, even the thumbnail's ain't good. But I love the thumbnail. I posted on Instagram, that's pretty cool. But it's normalcy is either what you make of it, or it is a collection of the whatever you think is common sense to be in the moment, and what you can find an intermediate middle ground for what you found to be beautiful and simple about life. Sometimes to other people, beauty is found simplicity, but there's a lot of beauty behind complexity. So it's like for things to be simple and complex and in between, and for things to be beautiful and grateful, which could be the same thing as well, and then find a balance in between that. There you go. But I think for this video, I could end off by saying, in a very short and sweet way, that normalcy is what you make of it, but you can actually make of it what you want to.